Click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss another update.
Imam Al-Ridha very famously accepted the position of crown prince under Mamun, but most people don't know why he accepted. Understanding these reasons is crucial because a lack of awareness can be easily manipulated to cast doubt on the character and integrity of the Imam. Mamun's offer to Imam Ridha was not a gesture of genuine respect or a sign of power sharing. It was an extremely calculated move to neutralize the growing influence of the Shia community who were rallying around Imam Ridha as their spiritual and political leader. Mamun, already weakened by eternal conflict and a recent civil war, was desperate to consolidate power and eliminate any threats to his authority. Mamun saw in Imam Ridha an opportunity to pacify the Shia, integrate them into his administration, and lend legitimacy to his rule. However, Imam Ridha's acceptance was far from an endorsement of Mamun's regime. It was a masterstroke of strategic resistance. By accepting the position, Imam Ridha effectively turned Mamun's plan on its head. What was intended to be a gilded cage binding the Imam to the court and limiting his influence became a platform for exposing the corruption and oppression of the Abbasid regime. The title of Crown Prince, rather than conferring genuine power, imposed severe restrictions on Imam Ridha's freedom and autonomy. It was like a golden shackle around his neck, designed to keep him under constant surveillance and prevent him from mobilizing any resistance. Yet, Imam Ridha saw beyond this trap. His decision to accept the role was a calculated move to protect his followers and to ensure that the true teachings of Islam continued to be propagated even from within the heart of the Abbasid Empire. Imam Ridha's forced relocation from his beloved Medina to the distant and unfamiliar Khorasan was another calculated blow by Mamun. This exile not only separated the Imam from his family, including his beloved son Imam Muhammad Taqi, but also aimed to isolate him from his base of support. The grief of Imam Ridha, felt at being torn from his home and loved ones, was immense, earning him the title Ghareeb al-Ghuraba, the loneliest of the lonely. This title reflects the deep sorrow of a man who, despite his noble lineage and revered status, found himself isolated and surrounded by enemies in a foreign land. Imam Ridha's acceptance of the position was not an act of support for Mamun or the Abbasid regime. It was a tactical move, similar to the actions of Prophet Yusuf, who became the Grand Vizier of the Pharaoh in Egypt and used his position to bring about justice and spread the message of Islam. Imam Ridha, like Prophet Yusuf, used his influence within the Abbasid court to protect his community and to expose the hypocrisy and injustice of the ruling class. He did not accept the position blindly. He placed one crucial condition on his acceptance: he would not be involved in any of the state's affairs or the oppressive actions of Mamun's regime. Instead, if his advice was sought on a critical matter, he would provide an honest and truthful decision based on Islamic rulings. Before him, Imam Ali had done the same. Although Imam Ali did not support the three caliphs or their policies, he did intervene in critical matters when the preservation of Islam was at stake. His involvement was limited to offering guidance and advice that adhered strictly to Islamic teachings, without endorsing the caliph's rule or actions. As time passed, it became clear to Mamun that his plan to use Imam Ridha to legitimize his rule was backfiring. Instead of quelling the Shia resistance, Imam Ridha's presence at court only served to highlight the corruption of the Abbasid regime. The Imam's influence among the people was growing more and more, and his mere presence became a symbol of resistance to tyranny. Realizing that the Imam's presence was more harmful than beneficial to his rule, Mamun eventually decided that the only solution was to eliminate him, leading to Imam Ridha's tragic martyrdom by poisoning. Imam Ridha's acceptance of the position also had an incredible impact on the protection of the Shia community. By placing himself in the heart of the Abbasid court, the Imam was able to shield the lives, property, and honor of the righteous Shias from Mamun's persecution. It was one of the key goals of the Imam. Imam Ridha also used his position to promote the commemoration of Azadari of Imam Hussein and other members of the Ahlulbayt. Despite the restrictive environment of the Abbasid court, Imam Ridha organized mass gatherings and encouraged the remembrance of Karbala, and he also introduced it to the farther regions of the Islamic State. These acts not only strengthened the Shia identity, but also served as a form of defiance against the Abbasids, keeping the spirit of resistance alive. It also must be understood that Imam Ridha's acceptance was an embodiment of the principle of divine wisdom, or hikmah, that guides the actions of the Imams. The Imams, as divinely appointed leaders, accept and understand God's will, and they possess a profound understanding of the greater good, which is often beyond the immediate understanding of their followers. This divine wisdom ensures that their actions, even when they appear politically or strategically compromising, are aligned with the ultimate spiritual and moral objectives of Islam. Imam Ridha's decision also reflects the Islamic principle of choosing the lesser evil when faced with two critical options. By accepting the position, Imam Ridha was able to prevent a much greater disaster from befalling the Muslim community. He recognized that rejecting Mamun's offer could lead to widespread persecution of the Shia and further bloodshed. By strategically agreeing to the role under his own conditions, Imam Ridha transformed a challenging situation into a powerful opportunity to fulfill his divine mission of guiding the Ummah, reminding us that only an Imam can turn such a vicious trap into such an excellent opportunity.